Hello, everyone. I'm thrilled to be here today, expressing my gratitude to Emary, who kindly agreed to share her journey of transformation over the past 4 years since our work together. This is absolutely incredible. Her story will for sure serve as a powerful inspiration, demonstrating the incredible impact of self-discovery and the reminder to every woman listening to us that you are the most important person in your life. Thanks for being here with me, Emary.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to have this conversation with you, and I hope I will inspire lots of women out there who really need to think about themselves.
Amazing. So, Emary, tell us what made you decide to work with me back 4 years ago?
Well, it was out of the blue. You told me that you were taking this hypnosis course, and I was very curious, like what it is. So you asked me if I want to do it, and of course, I always am open for learn and new things, and I did it.
So, really out of curiosity at that time.
Yes.
Amazing. And tell me, with regards to what was going on in your life at that moment.
I was in a point of my life that I was really down. I was doing everything for other people, and I was lost. Like I was never thinking about myself. I didn't know. It was like I was in a hole, and I didn't know what was wrong. How come out? How could I come out that hole? And doing the hypnosis with you, it really showed me how important I am and that I was attached to so many things in the past that don't belong to me anymore. It was in the past, and it really helped me to come out.
It's amazing listening to your words because you came to me out of curiosity, and at the same time, that session that we had together showed you that you were in a very complicated situation in your life, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't know. It was like you it's like when you don't think about yourself, you're doing everything for other people to that you think you're doing the right thing. And then no, because that's when you really get down to a point that you can't do anything else because you're not doing nothing for yourself.
And if I ask you emotionally, how were you feeling? Like, what were your emotions? How was your relationship with yourself at that time?
It was really bad. It's like I would look myself in the mirror and I didn't know like what was me, like why I came. Like to me it's like I came to this world like to do something, and it's like why? Because if I came and it's to do something with myself, because if I'm doing everything to other people and the more I do the more kicks I had, like like usually like they say the more you do the more they kick your ass, like it's an expression that I use. Is like I didn't know what to do anymore because the more I was doing, I was never doing the right thing for other people. And then I realized that the problem is that I forgot myself. And until I realized after the hypnosis that that was wrong, that I was doing everything for other people and not thinking about myself. That's why I was lost. Like I didn't know what to do. It's like very complicated life.
And how long do you think it had lasted?
After you mean like after I did the hypnosis with you? Oh,
No, I mean, how long
for
do you think you had
oh,
been doing this, forgetting
for
about yourself?
over 40 years,
Wow.
like doing things. The other things like the family was always first, the friends was always first. I was always last. And it was a point that I was 43. I had a stroke, because I didn't know what was wrong with me. And it was amazing when after that, like, I start thinking, okay, I'm 43 and I have a whole life ahead of me, and I cannot take care of myself. So, after that, it was like an eye opening that I was still young, but I was struggling with my life.
And Emary, tell me, had you tried something to resolve this situation before?
Oh yeah, I did a lot of things. Like, I see a lot of people. I did a lot of things, but it's like it would help me like for 1, 2 weeks, but then we'd go back to the same, because it's like it was no way out. It's like, okay, in that moment they tell you what to do, but the hypnose, it really showed me deep inside of me what was wrong with me. And when I realized that was from inside of me that I have to change, my life completely changed. And it's been wonderful, like the things that after the hypnose, the way my life changed, the way I think, the courses that I've been taking and everything else was like one and another and another and another, and it's like my mind open. And looking back, it's like, and I feel like I'm still so young and I have so much that I can still do and help other people, to encourage other people to look inside of themselves and do something for them, not for others, but for them first.
Wow, that's it's beautiful to hear you and to see that what made the difference to you was, instead of hearing somebody say to you you should do this and you should do that, to really see during the session what had happened to you made you take different decisions for your life.
Yeah, that was exactly it. It was like something, sometimes you have blockage when you were a child, and you didn't, like, you don't know, you just block that inside of you, and towards your life, you're growing up and you do not realize that really deep inside that is hurting you, and then not let you go to, like, go forward with your life, because you have blockage that you don't know that they are inside of you. And with the hypnose, everything came out like boom, boom, boom. It was amazing. Things that I remember when I was like 3, 4 years old, that I didn't know that could do so much. And it was. And they say, oh, kids don't realize when they are 4, but they do. It's like so important, because your subconscious, inconscient, it's like it blocks that there, and you do not realize how that later on in your life will affect you. So I really encourage everybody to do an hypnosis, because it really, really changed my life. And it's amazing when you look back and you think about it, what happened, and it's like, my God, that was like sleeping inside of me, and I didn't know, but that was hurting me a lot. So many things that you keep inside and you don't know was wrong, but when you go deep inside of you and everything comes out in the open, it's like a freedom. You feel free. It's like you're born again. It's wonderful. I recommend everybody to do hypnosis. I do.
Thank you. And
You're welcome.
Emery, tell me, like, now you're saying all of this about hypnosis, but I know before we try, we might have ideas about it. What were your thoughts before that session about hypnosis?
It was funny because I was thinking, because as a child I used to do soccer and theater, and was one time, well, out of the blue, I was watching a show and they asked me to come out, and they put me in stage and they hypnotized me and they told me, lift your hand, lift this, lift that. And I was doing that. So I was expecting that you would do the same thing. I would never, thinking that I was totally different. But it was really good, because people have, like when they see shows on TV and they do hypnose and those shows where they cut your body and stuff like that, and it's like, no, that is not what it is. This is real. It goes deep inside your brain and takes all those things that are there for many, many years and coming out of you and left you like be free of your past and go on with your life and do the things you want to do.
That those words that you are using are absolutely beautiful. How you felt that you were born again, that like everything changed in just one session. And Emary, can I ask you, because you came out of curiosity and then you had a breakthrough, understanding what you needed to change in your life. Where do you feel that session had impact? Like in which areas in your life can you say it had an impact from that day?
Well, from that day, it has like, it was a big thing. Like I had my own business and it was not what I want to do. It was never my dream. It was like a dream that was imposed to me. It's like, you have to do this. This is your future. This is good for you. And I was struggling because that was not for me. That was not what I want to do. Because all my life, I want to go to school, I take courses, I want to do something. And one of my dreams was being a teacher for small kids. Like that's what was my dream, and I could never do. And I love kids, and it was really important for me, and I was stuck. And it was like a race that I wouldn't go nowhere, and go over and over and over, and I would stay there forever. And then after you, it was like a mind blow, the courses that I've been taking, the things that I've been doing. And it's like, I'm not stopping it. It's like every time a new course comes in, and it's like, oh my God, it's like, it's unbelievable. The transformation that is right inside of me. And it's funny because people that know me when I was a child, and now they say, oh, you're not the same person. And I said, yes, I am. I am the real person, not the person that you want me to be. I am the real me, and I love myself the way I am. So I think it's very important to let go what people think about you and what you want to be. It's right inside of you. Think about you, yourself. You are the most important person in your life.
That's so powerful to hear you, because many people won't take the decision to go through a transformation because they are afraid of change, and they are afraid that when they find out who they really are, then things will change, right? People around us change, what we like change, because we become our real self. And a lot of people are afraid of that.
Yeah. Most of people are afraid of change. And that's really bad. For us, it's so bad because it's like, think about yourself. Change is good. Change makes you grow. It's like sometimes it's like you want things, but you are stuck in there because you don't want to change. So you don't want to do things that you have to do to get those things because you are afraid. And it's the worst thing. It's being afraid. Do not be afraid. Go for it. Do, and it's like I always say, do whatever it takes, but take care of yourself. Do the hypnosis, to me, it was the best thing, the number one that I did. And after that, it's like so many things come along that when I look back and I said, oh my God, I would never think in a million years in my age that I would do the things that I've been doing. and it's amazing. It's amazing the way you think after you let the fear out of yourself.
And with everything that you're sharing now, what are you most looking forward to you in the future?
Oh, in the future, I have a big dream where I would like to have a place where I can have all, like, the women and children's, where we can all get together and do things like together, because I think sometimes as women we don't have, we want to do more things and courses, and is like no place where you can go and have somebody to take care of your children's, so you don't have an excuse, oh, I can't go because I have kids and I don't have nobody to look after my kids. And I think that's very important, because when you see your kids seeing you going and get things that you really want, that encourage them to want to do too. It's like, oh, look, my mom is doing this and I want to do too. And that's how you start. And especially in the days they're going, we have to look more and think more, what is our kids watching, listen, seeing. And I think it's very important having places, where you can get together with your kids and the husbands
That
too, if they want to go, right? But I talk more like my perspective, woman and kids, because mom and kids, it's very important. Bring, because it doesn't matter, daddy can bring, but the mother has a way of talking to their kids that sometimes, I don't know, I think they gets more into their heads, and it's like, because the mother shows them, look, mommy is doing this, come and do it too. So I think it's very important.
and that's a beautiful project, really. Thank you for that. Thank you for more women that will be able to look at their own, self-development through the
Mhm.
project that you're going to work on. That's amazing.
Mhm. Yeah, it is. It's very.
And what would you say to the women that postpone seeking a solution to their problem and frustration in life?
I tell them, don't do that. First thing, doesn't matter what the problem you have in your life, go first to see where the problem comes from. Because if you jump, you never go nowhere. You have to see where the problem starts to cure the problem. Because if you don't cure the problem, you're gonna live, doesn't matter if you live 100 years, you're gonna live 100 years with that problem inside of you. So it's very important to see where that starts and cure that. Take that from inside of you, and through the hypnosis, that really helps, because you going deep inside and see where is the problem, and it can come out, and you, after that, that was the problem, so you know what to do to get rid of the problem.
That's such an amazing way of seeing that. And I I understand you've answered this last question I have for you in diverse ways, but tell us one thing, what was the most important thing for you in all this success that you got through that session with me?
The most important thing is looking at my kids' face, and they look at me and telling me, Mom, I'm so proud of you. And looking at me as an example, and that is my purpose in life. Just show my kids what I went through, because they know what I went through. And now they tell me, Mom, I'm so proud of you. So seeing that is like, doesn't matter what they go through, I show them I've been there, done that, and I came out and free myself. so you can do it too.
That is powerful.
Yeah.
That's a very powerful message, Emary. Thank you very much. Thank you
You.
so much for your words, for sharing everything that has happened to you in extraordinary ways over the past 4 years. I'm very sure, I was before, but I'm even more sure now that you're going to inspire many women to look at themselves and seek transformation from the inside.
Yes, that's my purpose here and this life, is to encourage other women, and don't be afraid. Go look for help, because we are the most important person in our life, is we are. So if when you look at yourself and you really look deep and see what the problem is, and you look yourself in the mirror every morning, and it's like, doesn't matter if you have wrinkles, if you have white hair, but you look yourself in the mirror every morning and say, I love myself. It's very important.
Thank you so much for these wise words and for sharing this extraordinary journey with us. Thank you very much, Emary.
You're welcome.